Hello everyone. Thank you so much for joining me again today. My name is Nancy and I have been a medical assistant since 2013. In today's video, I will be talking about what I would do differently and what I would still continue to do today if I was to restart this entire process over and becoming a medical assistant. Stay tuned with me until the very end as I will be giving you some valuable information on what you can do to take the next steps in becoming a medical assistant. And as always, hit that like and subscribe button and don't forget to click that notification bell so you get notified as soon as we drop new content on this channel. All right, let's get started. Would I still get certified? Yes, I would. My certification has given me a leg up in finding new job opportunities. And most employers look for this credential when hiring potential employees as it proves to them that you have done your due diligence in obtaining the right and proper training and education. This is especially important because it also proves to your employer that you have learned about the legalities and logistics of working in a medical facility and you know how to properly and safely take care of patients. Now, I do know that there are some medical assistants who work without a certification. So is it possible to have a job and not be certified? Yes, it is possible. But if you were to leave your position and you were to go find a new job and you're not certified, it can be very difficult to find a new opportunity. Some employers do have a contingency for potential employees that if you are hired on, you have a probationary period where you are given time to obtain your certification. And while that is doable to get your certification after someone hires you, there's one piece of information that's really important. From when you graduate to when you get your certification, there's a time limit. And if you go over that time limit, you have to redo the entire process again, which means you have to go back to school, go back to your clinicals, and do the entire thing over again. And here's a scenario for you that could have happened to me. I was hired right out the gate with my externship site. And so I was able to work with them without my licensure and without my certification for a couple of months. I did eventually get my certification, but had I not, I don't think I would have been able to find a new job. And this is especially important because I stayed with my externship site for a little over a year. You're looking at maybe 13 months. And it wasn't of anybody's fault. It was just that my doctor decided to retire. And so nobody could change the situation. Everyone had to find a new job. But if I didn't get my certification, and I waited and new jobs were requiring for me to get that certification, I wouldn't have been able to get a job. I would have had to redo my entire education and training process over again because I had gone over the 1-year time limit that was given to me back then when I was doing my certification. So you definitely want to just err on the side of caution and go ahead and get your certification exam so you can avoid all these complications in the long run. All right, so have I convinced you enough yet to become a medical assistant? Definitely check out my free masterclass. In this masterclass, I go over in detail what the role of a medical assistant is, and I also provide you with a blueprint on what it's going to take to become a medical assistant in just a few short months. Definitely check it out. It's completely free at medicalassistantmasterclass.com, and I'll make sure to drop a link down below. I hope to see you there. Another thing that I would not change is my externship that I had. My externship was just the most valuable part of my whole entire education and training. I was placed with such an amazing group of people that really cultivated my learning and my education. From them, I was able to learn so many new skills and so many new things that I was not taught in school. And throughout my externship, I was able to develop my own communication style with patients to help make them feel comfortable around me. And I was also able to build a lot of confidence within my medical and clinical capabilities. And you can read all about what it's like to work as a medical assistant, how they do things, why they do the things that they do. But to be able to apply it hands-on in the real world just is on a whole different level. And so my externship, I definitely would not change a thing about it. I still advocated for it today. And I do think that taking that extra step to do the externship really gives you the experience you need to figure out if this really is a job for you, because it was at my externship that I really found out how in love I was with medical assisting. Would I have gotten a degree, or would I still have gotten my diploma? For me personally, the diploma was enough. I actually didn't find out about my diploma until I was about halfway through my program, because I initially did enroll in a medical assistant degree program. But when I found out that I could graduate with my diploma and have the same credentials, I knew that that's the route I wanted to take, because I was already paying so much out of pocket and in student loans for the degree education. But before I took that jump, I really did my research. I looked at a lot of resources, I looked at all the statistics, and there really wasn't a significant deal breaker that made me decide to stick with the degree rather than go to a diploma. And when you're looking at just the numbers and you're looking at just the environment of a degree versus a diploma, it's pretty much the same. You start off with the same starting salary and you're both entering into the same playing field. There is no real advantage to having a degree versus a diploma. And my diploma throughout my career as a medical assistant hasn't had any shortcomings and hasn't been a hindrance to the progression of my career. The only main difference between a degree and a diploma is that with a degree, you are able to become a medical assistant instructor. But being an instructor was not my end goal. My end goal was to work with patients, work with physicians, and be a part of a healthcare team. So the degree just really didn't seem to serve a purpose in that aspect. So I would still definitely get my diploma and opt out of getting a degree. Now, my education and training was phenomenal. I feel that my teachers and my professors were really great. And while I am an advocate for face-to-face learning because that's just my style of learning, you can't devalue the idea of an online education for a medical assistant program, because this is such a high demand job. And on top of that, if your online program has an internship or an externship, that truly is the fast track way to becoming a medical assistant and jumpstarting your career in the healthcare field. As I mentioned in my earlier videos, when I got my education, I had to relocate and pay tons of money, for tuition and board. And so had I had the opportunity to take an online course with an internship or externship, I would have hopped on that, because it would have saved me so much money, so much time, and I wouldn't have had to go into student debt. Alright guys, I hope that these tidbits of information has given you some insight on what's important for you in the process of becoming a medical assistant. If you have any questions or comments, definitely leave a comment down below and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. As always, make sure to like and subscribe to this channel and click that notification button. I hope to see you in the next video.